good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to InnoPoly 2021, Ngee Ann Poly's annual Innovation and Entrepreneurship Festival. I'm Joash, a Year 2 student from NP School of Business and Accountancy.
And I'm Marie, a Year 2 student from NP School of Humanities and Social Sciences. We both are also members of the Sandbox Advocates, Ngee Ann Poly's Innovation and Entrepreneurship Student Club. Together, we'll be your hosts for InnoPoly Day 1. This year's theme is Disruption, Building Change and Creating Opportunities. The festival will feature a series of talks and workshops hosted by our various partners. Day 1's focus will be on innovation and entrepreneurship, while we'll explore more on fintech during Day 2. Presented as a hybrid format, the festival is live-streamed to our virtual audience all across Singapore with live speakers at Agile, our campus startup incubator space at Ngee Ann Poly. We do hope that the audience will soon be able to visit Agile, but meanwhile, do check out the virtual tour of Agile by clicking on the Agile logo on the homepage of the InnoPoly website.
InnoPoly 2021 is proudly organized by the Sandbox, Ngee Ann Poly's Innovation and Entrepreneurship Office, in conjunction with the Singapore FinTech Youth Chapter. SFYC is a youth community affiliated to the Singapore FinTech Association, connecting youth to the FinTech community. It aims to help youths gain a deeper understanding and access to FinTech careers or opportunities and build citizens of the future.
We would like to give special thanks to Talent Pavilion, InnoPoly 2021's official partner, for hosting InnoPoly 2021's content on their website. For those who have registered for InnoPoly 2021, you'll be able to access the recordings on Talent Pavilion's website after the event. We would also like to thank UOB for co-organizing the e-Bazaar on Day 2, as well as Action Community for Entrepreneurship for inviting their mentor partner to conduct the Business Model Canvas workshop later today, as well as providing support and publicity of InnoPoly to their startup ecosystem networks. Last but not least, thank you to all speakers for taking our time to join us today at InnoPoly 2021.
Now, to officially open InnoPoly 2021, let's welcome our special guest, Mr. Alvin Tan, for his opening speech. Mr. Tan started his career in the private sector and has worked for various renowned tech and investment banking firms, including LinkedIn, Facebook, and Goldman Sachs. Today, he serves as the Minister of State, Ministry of Culture, Community and Youth, and Ministry of Trade and Industry, Singapore. Mr. Tan, please.
Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon to all our friends at Ngee Ann Poly and all those that are listening in. Today's discussion is on disruption. And I thought I wanted to start by just sharing the history of disruption. And disruption is not really unique to today. If you look across history, either with regards to wars, either with regards to pandemics, either with regards to technological changes, the first steam engine, cars, nuclear disruptions, all of these are disruptions across time. And so this time, we're not very unique. It's not a very unique time in history. If you go quite close to where history has been in the modern times, you'll see that just in the modern times, you'll have the Asian financial crisis, which was a disruption. That's 1997. You have the dot-com crisis, which is 2000. You have 9/11, which is 2011. You have 2008 global financial crisis. And then you have SARS in 2003, just going back a little bit. And then now you have COVID. So disruptions and crises are a nature unto itself. It occurs all the time. In Singapore right now, there are two things that we are dealing with. First is the crisis or disruption brought about by COVID. That's rather near term. Then there is also a disruption brought about by climate or changes to the climate. So these are two major ones which we are dealing with. But at the same time, we've also seen that technological advancements, particularly accelerated by COVID-19, has put everything to the fore. So for example, today, even though there are just a few of us here, we are beaming live onto your phones, onto your laptops, onto your iPads. It's just one way in which we're doing things very differently. Second is, with all of these disruptions in place, how do we deal with disruptions? There are a few ways to do it. One is you can just lie down and just say, oh, this disruption is coming over me. I'm just going to let it overwhelm me. Second is that you can ride the wave of disruption. And what do I mean? Well, Ngee Ann Poly is known for entrepreneurs. In fact, a good friend of mine, Sue, who set up Carousel, I know Sue better than Marcus, but he yielded from here, right? From Ngee Ann Poly. And if you look at what he's done with Carousel, pre-COVID and during COVID, $1 million worth of transaction sales in second-hand goods within a short span of time, and all of the acquisitions he's made for Carousel, you'll see that he's ridden the wave of disruption, of people staying at home. You've also seen in the tourism sector, Monster Day tours. Monster Day tours have also ridden the wave of disruption by doing something quite interesting. If I went to one of their tours in Little India, and what they did was they were painting a mural, and the mural's name is Unity in Division. They had a Singaporean artist Zoom with an artist in India, and they were articulating, where do I put the artwork? How do I articulate the artwork? How do I paint? And if you go to Little India right now, you can use AR to scan that artwork, and it is alive, literally. So these are different ways that you can ride the waves of disruption. There's also, and later on you'll hear from Lawrence Chua from TikTok. And even a TCM practitioner is using TikTok to sell his wares and his services. So these are just different types of ways that you can ride the wave of disruption. And finally, what then do we do with all of these different products, different services that we have brought about, that have been brought about due to disruption? One, we can use it for good. Two, we can use it for not so good. So I want to encourage all of you, when you are riding this wave of disruption, when you are building different platforms, try to think beyond what you can do to build equity in your business, to build equity in your startups. Think about the social mission. Is your product, your service, how is it going to make a change in your community? Be it women, be it people with disabilities, be it minorities, be it even migrant workers. But or small and medium businesses, what is your social mission when you ride this wave of disruption? And today you'll hear, and over the course of 2 days, you will hear from many, many different business leaders, startups, and people who have started up and failed as to why they set up their business. And I'm sure later on you'll hear from Dion, you'll hear the social mission behind the business that is helping to fuel the wave of disruption and is riding on the wave of disruption. So without further ado, I just wanted to congratulate all of you and congratulate the Ngee Ann Poly team and Sandbox for bringing together this platform so that the students can come together, create new products and services, and ride the wave of disruption effectively. Thank you.